Mike. How you doing, man? Yeah, good morning. Drinking your coffee? Having a coffee? Whiskey? No, it's coffee.
Mike Morgan. I am a guitar player and I manage a motorcycle shop in Dallas. My first guitar was a little plastic guitar from Sears. It was a hollow body and it was all plastic. And the strings were about that far off the neck and I could barely play it. And when they saw that I was going to go ahead and play it, they bought me a real guitar. And then they bought me a Kingston. It was a little dime store, what they call a dime store here, what they used to call a dime store, a little place called Ben Franklin. And I wish I still had that guitar. I let a friend borrow it and I never got it back. It was a cool little guitar. It was a neat looking guitar. I've never seen one like it. I was born here. I grew up down in Hillsboro. It's about 70 miles south of Dallas. Just a little town, not many people. There wasn't many musicians in that little town, so that's why I never really got serious about playing until later in life, until I was about 25. And then when in about 83, 82, when Stevie Ray's first record came out, yeah, that made me want to, I still had my guitars, but I never played. That made me want to, I got underneath the bed and got my guitars out and started. Stevie? Yeah, I met him a couple of times. He was not, I wasn't, we weren't buddies or friends that really just, other than I ran into him a couple of times and he was real nice both times. And I know Jimmy more than I knew Stevie. I mean, I know Jimmy enough to talk to him and, he knows who I am and he's a big influence on me. I was always, on the contemporary guys, Jimmy and Anson are probably my two favorite. Anson helped me out a lot, not playing, but he helped me get the record deal with Black Top. I ended up putting some local guys. There wasn't many guys down there, and we got together and practiced a few times, and I said, man, we ought to do a gig. So there was a little bar south of Hillsboro in a little town called West, about halfway between here and Waco. And we worked up about 25 songs, 30 songs. We did one gig and it just seemed like everybody we ever knew showed up at that gig. And we made, I don't know, I think we made $800 at the door or something. I was like, hey man, that's pretty good. Yeah, we might do one more of these. And I named it The Crawl, just because we played that song. We were trying to think of a name. I said, that'd be a good name for a band. Yeah, it's a song the Thunderbirds did, but it was written by Guitar Junior, Lonnie Brooks. Crawl! One of those deals. We played that, so that was the name of our band. Some people just told me about Lee, and I made contact with him, and he came to see us play when we were in Kansas City at the Grand Emporium one night, and he decided when he saw us that he wanted to do it. So we had a good run. Me and Lee made some good records. He's a great singer. I think he's a real underrated. Yeah, I think he's one of the best guys there is, and I don't think he gets enough acclaim for what a great singer he is. He's a really good harmonica player too. But man, there's not many people that can sing like that. There's a lot of good harmonica players out there, but guys that can sing with soul like Lee can, there's not a whole lot of people that can do that. I knew a friend that knew Daryl Newish that was the singer with Anson, He's the one that kind of turned me on to all the old blues stuff, because I didn't know about it before then. And he just gave me big stacks of records. All those tapes up there on the wall are, you know, I recorded records that he gave me and I put them on. It was that long ago, you know, I'd put them on cassette tape and I'd sit around and try to learn all that stuff. And there's so many, you know, there's Freddie King, T-Bone, Blind Lemon Jefferson. If you want to talk about contemporary guys, Stevie, Jimmy, Anson. Frankie Lee Sims was really cool. Johnny Guitar Watson and Lightning Hopkins. Charlie Christian. He's one of the most amazing guitar players to me, is Charlie Christian. He didn't have anybody to listen to. He was making all that up. He couldn't sit at a record and pick out. He was making the licks, you know. He was, I can't believe how good that guy was. Don't quit your day job. You know, if you're wanting to learn to play the blues, go back and learn all the old stuff. And then, you know, take it, you know, don't just copy somebody, you know, try to do your own thing. But it's good to get the roots and learn the different styles so you can have something to build off of. You know, you got to have a foundation, and I think to get your foundation, you got to go back. It's, you know, listening to all the old records is like reading history books. It's been, you know, I've got to meet a lot of great musicians and be friends with a lot of, you know, I consider great musicians, and go travel, you know, do things like this, you know. You wouldn't want to come over probably and interview me if I was just running the motorcycle shop. But, you know, I've got to go to several countries and meet people overseas and learn new cultures and see, you know, different things that I wouldn't have gotten to see if I wouldn't have done this. So it's given me an opportunity to have a good life, you know, and I made a living playing music all those years. You know, I wasn't rich, but I wasn't poor. You know, I you know, got a nice little house here. It's not a mansion, but it's not a shack. And you know, I've been happy. So it's a little bit tough, you know, going out traveling and being on the road. But you know, every job's a little bit tough.